and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today. The trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday. Sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm, of course, your host, James J., alongside Kaliko Yachts.
Clearly, I'm here, so I didn't catch a felony. That's good. That means I either made bond or I didn't do or I did the right thing. Either way, keep it moving, right?
Undoubtedly, indubitably. It was a good week for Wrestling Wit as we interviewed Johnny Alliance on Tuesday and Disco Ray on Wednesday. Two incredible interviews from two individuals, incredible individuals. Definitely go check out those interviews if you haven't already. They're in the archives. But always looking towards the future. This Tuesday we have Angel Blake from Brazil. Um, we have a special translator for that one as well. We talk about her experiencing wrestling for Brazilian Wrestling Federation, wrestling before that, for on essentially as she called them, the independents, like the backyard wrestling. Yes, backyard wrestling. We talk about the first ever triple threat women's main event for Brazilian Wrestling Federation. We talk about her relationship with Pete and Sigel. I think that's right. I don't have their names in front of me. We talk about a lot of different things. Hopolina Kanan Delios, a Lemon of Death match, and a hell of a lot more. You definitely want to hear what she has to say. And she does have a lot to say. In this upcoming Wednesday, we have Marcelo Frago. If you remember a couple months ago, Xavier Gotti, we interviewed him. This is his cousin and tag team partner. We talk all things Most Wanted. Kind of catching fire at this point. We talk about his tenure as the general manager of the promotion that he worked for, his issues with his uncle, getting trained by his uncle, um, the White Elephant match, Grand Theft Auto, and a hell of a lot more. You definitely want to check that one out as well. Definitely a very fun interview. Um, and then on the 16th, we have Brittany Kay. On the 17th, we have Jax Williams. On the 23rd, we have Morovic. On the 24th, we have Pinky Chippendale. December already has a lot. Already have a lot to look forward to when it comes to December. Um, all right, I think we're done putting ourselves over. Now, Kalika.
Never done. I mean, we're never done putting ourselves over. Always grateful to put ourselves over.
Well, it was a good week for well, no, it was a great week for wrestling because we are wrestling with the news. Um, and it was a good week for TNA. Last well, 2 weeks on 2 weeks on the show. We talked about TNA going to AMC. The possibilities of that happening. Well, it happened 2 weeks later. TNA will be on AMC TV moving forward. I believe they said current episodes will stream or be on the AMC Plus app as well. Um, if you believe rumor and innuendo, WWE has no issues or quarrels with TNA going to AMC either. So honestly, I would say that this is a big win for TNA now.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest platform that they're gonna have. So I mean, it kind of worked out for them, but we also were like scared of the fact that uh, I mean, technically, I mean they had the opportunity to be the biggest show on that channel, so that is what you're hoping for, right? If you're a wrestling guy, they got the platform now. It's about capitalizing.
And hopefully they could do that. With obviously the partnership with WWE not going away anytime soon. Um, I'm I'm optimistic that they could maybe do something a little bit higher than they have. Um, but then again, they are TNA and they do TNA up things. So we will see if they could actually, make something of this. Hopefully they do. But yeah, I think like I said, I think that this is a good move for them. They're already talking spin-offs, talking TNA with that comedian that nobody necessarily knows, but is some apparent reason talking about these shows. And CM Punk is going to be on there for some apparent reason as well. So, good for them. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about talking Dead, talking Soul, talking all of the shows that didn't really need to be talked about after the episode.
Right. Right.
But yeah, um, well, with TNA going up, AEW might be going down. Um, it has been confirmed that Netflix is in serious talks about talking about acquiring Warner Brothers. As of right now, a full deal hasn't been met, but they are finalizing that deal. Um, if you looked at the press release, of all of this that they're exploring, they mentioned, all of the things, Warner Brothers is known for. Obviously DC Comics is a part of that. Um, yeah, AEW was not mentioned whatsoever. Which kind of makes you wonder, with AEW, with WWE, obviously on Netflix, could AEW be looking for a new home sooner rather than later?
I mean, it could be. It's just a matter of. I wouldn't put it like in when it comes to that regard. We'll see what is bought by whom. I mean, we'll see how it goes, right? Because one, this is a rumor. Two, we got to see what the final paperwork looks like when it's acquired. So let's just see how it goes for AEW in that regard.
Well, I don't from what I'm hearing, it's more or less a done deal at this point. So I feel like we have to talk about the very real possibility that AEW might be, I don't want to say out of a job at this point, but
Networkless, yeah.
isn't it a
I kind of
conflict of
find it hard to believe because TNT and As long as they on TNT and TBS, it's kind of part of it. So
But so I mean, if they don't integrate HBO Max into Netflix, I would assume that they would be okay. But they're paying like what, billions of dollars to WWE to have them on Netflix TV. If WWE says, that don't work for me, brother, that could be a problem for AEW, no?
it could, but it's up to Netflix to determine how to make that coexist. Because keep in mind, WWE is just an adversary, a platform. Netflix is the platform. WWE is the content. So it's not like they have a big demand with they. If it was like USA, NBC, I could see them having that kind of a demand because they had history with them, right?
Hmm.
They don't have history with Netflix. I mean, their history with Netflix is barely a year old.
Right.
So it's not like they have the cachet to tell Netflix who and what to do. Especially considering that, Saudi money that bought them like Royal Rumble and WrestleMania literally in the same year. Is within a year of each other. So
I think any which way you look at it, it's going to be a problem for AEW if they get acquired, if Warner Brothers gets acquired. To how big of an extent, I don't know, but I guess we'll see. But you mentioned, the Netflix deal. Obviously, that's a big deal. Um, um, the what is it called? Not AMC. Um, the Sports Network, not CNN. What am I thinking of here? ESPN. There we go. ESPN. Uh, it was rumor and innuendoed, and even a little bit influenced by Freddie Prinze Jr. That ESPN has not been happy with WWE's performance when it comes to their PLEs being on their subscription channel. Uh, ESPN has straight up denied that at this point. Um, WWE says everything's fine, um, but it kind of seemed like ESPN wasn't happy to have them on the platform to begin with. And now that they're not necessarily doing what they thought they would on their platform, it's only keep putting, more bad feelings on WWE to begin with. I I would either say that WWE would have to change something drastically in order to get more people talking, or the ESPN deal isn't necessarily going to stick for as long as everybody may have intended it to be. What say you, Kaliko?
Well, here's the thing: the ESPN deal is solely an American deal. It's not an international deal. So the metrics in which they're measuring for subscriber count, well, I don't know how much they were expecting because let's say there's 330 million people already there, and let's say the other part of this is there's a couple of caveats with this. You have the people who are already subscribed, and then you got the people who are getting it through their carriers, and you got people who are waiting on their carriers to negotiate the deals to get through the carriers. And I am in that category of class where YouTube TV is negotiating with ESPN to have ESPN Plus as a part of their, as a part of their uh, channel platform for next year in 2026. So that's why it's like, why would I subscribe when I could get it through the carrier? Same with Verizon. Verizon's the same way with this. Like, why the hell would they? Why the hell would they go through that part when they could just, you know, why would they go through that route when they could get it through their provider slash carrier?
Or through
So
Captain Jack Sparrow as well.
that too, or Captain Jack Sparrow vice VPN. So it's a lot of variables with that. Like, I think ESPN did this just to try to be the hub for everything, and they were working, and they just did it as a network to be like, okay, all the other people who have these cable companies work with us, not the other way around. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, and the only reason I say that because I know for sure because ESPN and YouTube TV, ESPN and Google had a falling out over it because ESPN wanted them to lower the rate and ESPN was like, hell no. And then they came up to with a deal. And now ESPN Plus, which is that part of WWE, is supposed to be that whole part where WWE and everything is going to be a part of my package. So it keeps me from having to subscribe to ESPN Plus.
But when you're paying $10 a month, and for most the PLEs were originally on Peacock.
Right.
$10 a month, you're not just getting WWE content, and I mean you got a lot of WWE content. You also get you know all of Peacock's library, which if you like TV, movies, I mean who doesn't? You're not just getting WWE content. You're getting a lot more with it. When it comes to that appeals to a wide mass of individuals. ESPN, like I like I've said in the past, I don't watch other sports than WWE. I'm fully, pro wrestling. So, I mean, spending $10 and you get all of this content, or spending $30 just to watch, WWE PLEs, it's just not, it doesn't make sense for, I feel like this is for a lot of people. It doesn't make a sense for a lot of people. And if you're paying, $10 and the PLE is, let's say less than, I mean, let's say, let's face it, it's 5 matches every PLE. You, well, you get what you pay for it. It was $10, 5 matches every month. Now you're paying more, but you're not getting more matches. And I feel like WWE has to restructure their PLEs to make them look more enticing for people going forward if they're going to actually want people to pay the $30 for, you know, ESPN going forward. Because,
What
yeah,
the killer with that is that we're saying that as they literally put 46,000 people in the state. It's kind of hard to tell them to change your way.
well, I
they
mean,
look, they
I
looking
mean,
like, bitch, we just put in 46K in a stadium. What the fuck are you talking about?
but I mean, I would say that that's a different concept because it's war games, and it's kind of like the Royal Rumble. You only know that you can go into the paid preview knowing that you're not going to see as many matches because the one match is going to take up the bulk. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. It's just a matter of it's just a matter of I always the one thing I always told about like had a problem with WWE is that they serve too many masters.
Right.
Right. That's the biggest problem with this because they're dealing with CW for NXT. They're dealing with um, Netflix for Raw. They're dealing with USA for SmackDown. They're dealing with Peacock for certain things. They're dealing with Netflix for other things. So the problem is that them as an entity are serving too many channels, and it's building a friction to where people are not willing to keep up with any of this shit. I mean, other than YouTube and Twitter clips or going to the shows.
Right.
So that's where if I would have a problem with it, because people hated Vince, but at least Vince had it all in one area.
Right.
Like you couldn't miss that shit. Like even if he had like Fox and USA, at least at best it was two. But I think the fact that they're serving too many platforms. And I get it that they're trying to expand it, but by expanding it, they're creating the friction themselves in which people would get it unless you're overseas where, Netflix kind of rules king. But if you're in the US, you're thinking CW, what, maybe is local, but think about that. Your local cable provider, uh, uh, Peacock, that's $10. Netflix, that's $7. Granted, you could probably get those. I mean, the Netflix you probably get subsidized with your cell phone plan, depending on where you are. But SmackDown, that's cable, so that means you got to have YouTube TV or VPN for Netflix, and then PLEs. If you're overseas, it's on Netflix regardless, which means PLE, VPNs, or Peacock, and then you got ESPN for the PLEs. So it's just like it seems like you're having to go through hoops to watch something that you love, and that's the biggest problem. That is the hugest problem of all of this,
Right.
and but it's a U.S. issue, not an international issue.
Well, and us as wrestling fans, we are creatures of habit. We are conditioned that Mondays at 8 is Monday Night Raw, and on Fridays at 8 is SmackDown. So, it when you don't when you don't have that routine, the routine is kind of, you don't necessarily follow anything. If you're conditioned to do something, you're going to do it. But if you have to think about something to do it, then a lot of people are either going to forget or put it on the back burner, which a lot of people have since, all of these deals happened.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all these deals happen, and unless it's in your town, I mean, and you're like a person who got it like that, or willing to share your passwords like that, no one's really it's really tough to keep up.
Right. But you know who is going to be at these shows no matter what? Green Short
Me?
Guy.
Oh, I thought you said about.
Well, I mean, you can be there as well, but I don't think you're flying to Paris anytime soon. Oh,
I mean, I got a passport. Don't get it twisted.
well, um, Nick Khan was on, I believe it was Logan Paul's podcast, and Logan actually asked, Nick Khan, what is the deal with Green Short Guy? Apparently, there's a rumor and innuendo going out there that Green Short Guy actually went to a WWE event many years ago and actually got injured when maybe a brawl or something happened outside the ring. He got hit. He sued WWE, and instead of making a cash settlement, he agreed to have front row tickets to any WWE event that he wanted to go to. Essentially, free tickets for life. Uh, Again, that's that's a rumor and innuendo. Uh, Nick Khan denied those rumors and said that he just buys tickets to these events. Um, he goes um, he goes through the fan hospitality people. I can't remember what their name on site or on something on the
On
main
location.
on location. Thank you. And he buys those tickets. Um, I mean that's what he says, but I would definitely call bullshit to that. uh, I do believe that there is something with Green Shirt Guy. I could not tell you what it is, but him just buying tickets to these events seems like the least likely, considering how many he goes to in 1 year. What say
I
you,
mean,
Ken?
he was the. I mean, it could be the case because he. There was a point he was the guest or bell ringer at the goddamn at Mania 42. Or was it 41? Mania 41 rather. So I mean, it's not out of the realm, no, but it's not out of the realm of possibility in which But I, it's always there. Someone's gonna ask him. He's not gonna tell. No one's telling anybody anything. So I don't know why we trying to get to the bottom of something of which. I mean, he walked the ramp with a group of people. I think he had the bread for it. I personally, I think he got the bread for it. Because it ain't a group of MFers ain't just gonna run around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Walking down the ramp. Who knows?
I mean, if you were an eccentric billionaire, would that be the shirt that you choose to wear?
Billionaires wear the most camouflage clothing of all time. Bill Gates don't run around with Gucci on. Motherfucker wear Walmart polos and goddamn jeans.
I mean, technically, but he's also in tech, so I mean, if you're in tech, you have no taste.
Bezos wasn't like that when he first started. He wasn't in tech.
Bezos was uh, in the marketing,
That's my
and
point.
Amazon used to
Marketing
be a
is not
bookstore.
tech. Yeah, Amazon used to be a bookstore, but before he even became the Bezos that everybody knew now, he was not that flashy. Like most rich people are not flashy. They're camouflage. They camouflage in plain sight because they don't want people to know that they got the money. It's certain people who do that. Yep. Or they wear regular clothing, but their regular clothing is more expensive than our clothing
It just
because
looks.
they do have T-shirts that are white tees that are like $2,000 a shirt,
Which
which
makes
are
no
fucking
fucking sense, but okay.
which are phenomenal. I told one of them bitches. Them bitches are off the check anyway.
So, do you believe? Do you believe that he just? It seems like you don't believe that he actually just buys his tickets like
Yeah,
everybody else.
it could be a bit of both. Because here's my thing: what was to stop him from being able to walk the ramp at 41? Because I'm pretty sure that package was available at 40. You see what I'm saying?
It was.
So, I mean, I would think it would be. So why wouldn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you usually are, close to you're usually on the floor for Mania. Did anybody ring the bell in Philadelphia?
No, that's my point. Nobody rang the bell, but at 41, he was able to be the guest bell ringer, which was kind of odd. Uh, But then again, I'm gonna say that he wasn't a package guy. I mean, you know what? I'm on the floor. Next time I see Nick Khan, I'm gonna holler at him.
So you think
I'm
that?
gonna, I'm
So
gonna
you
holler
think
at
you're
the
going
boy.
to get information out of Nick Khan that Logan Paul couldn't get out of Nick Khan?
Hey, I talked to Nick Khan. He got me a belt, so shit. I think I can get more than that, right?
Well, I guess we shall see.
I will give it a shot. Hey, that's all I can do, bro.
Well, somebody that you'll be seeing more of, unfortunately, is a one what is his name? Uh, Andrew Schultz.
Oh God, no. Fuck. Next.
Yeah, apparently, Andrew Schultz is going to be around for WWE more often going into 2026. They apparently he made a good impression on them, so they'll be using him more often.
No, I don't need him near any of that. I'm good. I'm good. Andrew Schultz can get away from my wrestling.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know who decided that that was a good idea, but fire this individual.
Yeah, no, I don't need him anywhere, nowhere near it. He can go on by his business. And go and get the hell on, as my country folk would say.
Last night on SmackDown, Gunther defeated LA Knight to officially
Ain't
become
defeated
John
Lily.
Cena's last match on the 13th. So, yeah, I don't know how that would really that's really going to play out. I think LA Knight could have used it a lot more than Gunther, but obviously they see something in Gunther to want him to be his last match, I suppose.
And Gunther gonna be the first MFer to retire Cena and Goldberg in the same goddamn time. Just think that through.
But does Gunther need it?
Um, well, you gotta think of it this way. Most people, it's funny because Busted Open. I was listening to Busted Open about this very topic, Gunther, the case of Gunther versus LA Knight. And the thing is that Gunther just came back, got this killer. He got his killer instinct back, and the final match is in DC. You got a foreigner and not Rusev, but a foreigner in Gunther going against the All American Kid and John Cena in the nation's capital on the final night. It's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of intriguing stories there. And it kind of reminds me of shades of, you remember 31 with Rusev and how Rusev should have been beat Cena at 31, and they had that whole thing there.
Right.
It's just that now that it's in DC, it kind of ups that ante, especially with like a rumor that the president's going to be there. So it's like the All American Boy versus the heel of heels. And Gunther, I think they're establishing Gunther because some tell me he's gonna fuck around and face Brock. They're gearing it. It's getting geared.
I mean, at some point we're going to get it. I think we were supposed to get it like 2 years ago at Mania. Maybe it was last year, I think.
Well, it wouldn't have been last year because Brock wasn't gonna be there last year.
I mean, it was only plans for Mania, I believe, last year. You know, before obviously the allegations about Vince McMahon came out, was to have Gunther versus Les Yeah, Lesnar and Gunther.
Right. So I mean, the match that everybody wants to see. And no, I'm not talking about Sting and Taker. Um, but it gives him a chance to be a man. And plus, this kind of keeps him out of the title picture in a sense because it gives him something to hang his hat on. Hey, I retired not only Cena, but how many people retired Goldberg and Cena in the same year? That's some generational shit.
And I mean,
Can't knock
true,
it.
but I just
I can't
feel
knock
like LA Knight could have used it more. And I
it.
just,
LA Knight could have used him more if you knew he was gonna win.
what do you mean?
I don't think here's the thing. If they were going to pull the trigger on LA Knight, something's keeping them from pushing LA Knight.
That I agree on.
So that is what we need to figure out. What is this hurdle that Knight is going through that is keeping them from pulling that trigger on him? Because I don't think it's a LA Knight issue.
What do you think it is an issue with?
I don't know. Maybe it's a backstage politic issue. That's the only thing I can think of because that's the only thing that would keep someone like him from getting over. I mean, he's already over, but it's like they're not. He's at a level, and it's like he's not. They're not trying to take him to that next level.
Right.
And I don't know. It's because they feel like he's going to be bigger than them, and thus he's going to leave. I don't know what it is, but it's got to be uberly frustrating for Knight.
Right. Because, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, for a Survivor Series, he got fucked. That should have been, LA Knight, not Jimmy Uso in that match. And he was nowhere near Survivor Series. And that was like that was one of the biggest crowds they've done this year. And you can't tell me people didn't want to see LA Knight. You can't tell me that LA Knight didn't factor into what they were doing because I mean they just like shoehorned Cody Rhodes in there like it made no fucking sense. But I mean LA Knight had beef with the Vision. He literally was going after Seth Rollins and the Bronze. He was one of the four guys. And then he got drawn into the My Time Is Now tournament, and like he kind of fell off the face of the earth. It kind of felt like because he wasn't factored into any of the main storylines anymore. Like they're kind of pacifying him, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Um, could be, but my thing is that with yes, Knight could have been in there, but the reason Cody was in there is, in my opinion, and as we get there, they're setting up Cody Roman 3.
Right. But you
So
didn't need to set.
He was there as an extension of um, Drew is in, so therefore he's in. Now, yes, you're right. The story was all about um, um, the Usos and Knight with the bronze. But let's not forget that CM Punk has also had an issue and is unresolved with LA Knight. So it's not like it's completely, out of the realm. for him to come back in the picture.
I mean, it's not out of the realm, but they obviously didn't hit the iron when it was hot because I mean it seemed like a more interesting dynamic and story to have CM Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso all on the same team, and then you add Roman Reigns to the mix, and it just becomes so volatile. They tried to do that a bit with Cody, Punk, and Roman. I mean, it worked to some degree, but it wasn't as established as what Knight and Punk had been doing for the months leading up to Survivor Series.
Right. Uh, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just giving you that perspective. I don't think that, you know, I don't think he's out of it yet.
Well, somebody that might be in, somebody might be out, and that is a one Austin Theory. Uh, it is being it's being reported, and I believe that it was actually him. The mystery man in the Survivor Series match that came and corpse stomped CM Punk was indeed Austin Theory. With Theory being the fourth man in division, the fourth man. Let's go with that. But if you believe the rumor and innuendo, the reason they did not reveal Theory yet is because they are still unsure if they are going to put Theory as the fourth man in the Vision. Um, uh, Paul Heyman actually wants Theory to be a part of the Vision because he thinks that he could make him a really big star. Uh, Maybe WWE is a bit apprehensive about that. Uh, they're thinking if things go long enough, they might consider saying that it was Chris Jericho that beat up CM Punk in the
CM Punk.
Rumbles. I mean, they're gonna have to like seriously alter that footage because it looks nothing like Chris Jericho, or Chris Jericho has to have like you know serious weight loss in order to make it believable that he was actually the guy that was in that you know in the black.
I mean, hey, Ozempic.
I guess so, but I I feel like if Austin Theory was going to be a big star, he would have been a big star already. I don't necessarily. I think he's good as the funny guy, the comic relief, but as a big time player, I don't necessarily see it. And
Well, he was a young kid, so
huh?
give that time to. I mean, he's relatively still young.
I mean, I believe so, yeah. But again, I think if they were really that confident in him, they would have just revealed it at Survivor Series. But I mean, what say you? How do you view Austin Theory? Do you think he should be the fourth man? Do you think that they made the right move? What are your
Well,
thoughts?
the thing is that you can't if you're gonna have a guy, he's got to be a guy because Bronson's the guy. Bronson's the lead, right? Uh, oh no, Breaker's lead. Bronson's second. Logan's third. You need the guy like when it's time to take them hits that someone can take them hits.
The fall guy.
Yeah, so he would be a okay fall guy in that regard, right? Like, because you can't depend. I mean, Logan. Logan's there, but it's not like he's there every week.
And it doesn't mean he's going to take L's every week either.
That is true. So that's easy. So that's where I'm rather like perplexed with him. But yeah, why would he be the guy that like kind of takes the hits? Because I don't see it being Breaker, considering he's the number one contender now, and I don't see it being Reed because Reed looked fucking. If it wasn't for Brock and Drew, Bronson was looking hell strong in that match. Like in the War Games match,
Agreed.
at least in my opinion. So I mean, I I, I think he's capable. I think he's capable of being the fourth guy. It's funny because the fourth guy ran right past us, and I'm like, I could not get a look on it.
Hmm.
What the fucking ever? So don't get me started. But I mean, I think he could. I don't see it out of the realm. A guy who's kind of fall into it his own. Because that also could probably give him a reason to kind of uh, take that, him joining that group and taking that aggression on Grayson Waller. Because that's still an unresolved thing.
Well, it was never really a thing that happened to begin with.
How was that ever a thing? They were never a thing?
I mean, they were a thing, but and then Theory got injured and Waller just became a part of the New Day, and that was kind of it. Like there was not really, issues there. There's not really a reason for them to cross paths again, honestly.
Maybe. I mean, but it just gives them. I mean, you never know. I mean, I think that gives them something to do as a guy. Because I could see like Waller's asking like why you ain't called or whatever the case may be. So, or even Theory going why you ain't say shit. But because keep in mind they're hell bent on destruction against everyone. It's not. It's not to just one person.
Right. Right. Um. In unfortunate news, Larry the dog, has unfortunately passed away. Condolences to CM Punk and AJ Lee, on Larry. Uh, on a bit of good news is Trick Williams and Lost Legend got engaged over the Thanksgiving holiday. So congratulations to them.
I know. Congrats to them and condolences to one. And then Kenta posting pictures of dogs the same way Dave Punk's dog died. It's just nuts running around this thing.
And there's definitely something that I've wanted to talk about that happened last week. Um, Bret Hart revealed that he feels that Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon were lovers back in the day.
Boy,
Actual,
he need to get out. Go with your wife, man. I love you, Brett. I consider you invited to the barbecue, but bruh, you falling down, dog. Don't go down the rabbit hole.
I mean, it's not. We literally had that as one of the conspiracy theories during our conspiracy theory episode. So I mean, it could have happened. I mean, Brett even said he doesn't have any proof, but he, obviously he thinks that it happened. And
So you mean Vince McMahon was out there being the diddler before the diddler?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Vince, and I mean, Sean was not necessarily in the best of state of mind to either say no or to actually remember what was going on.
I
So,
think he remembered what was going on because Sonny and them were a thing. So yeah,
but does he remember his
I
time with Sonny?
think he does.
I don't know. Sean has said a couple of times, I don't remember doing that, or I don't remember that, or I don't remember this. I mean, you have to realize this man was on a lot of drugs at the time.
I can't say people don't remember any of their fucking shortcomings. What the hell is it going on?
But I do feel, I will say, Brett is. I feel like Brett's just doing it to kind of get over and be entertaining. I'm sorry to say
However,
this, but Brett has answered the same 10 questions for the last like 25 years.
they keep asking him the same 10 questions.
Exactly.
For
So,
some odd reason, they don't ask him about like him being on The Simpsons. They keep asking him about the screenshot.
right. So, at some point, Brett could be just not give a fuck anymore and, just throw out wild conspiracies. And then it becomes, I'm old man Brett. You know, uh, Sean was, Vince was fucking, Sean um, um, and Goldberg is a motherfucker. So, so
I know, right?
you know, Brett is getting over, as that crazy bitter old man, and I think that it's a gimmick. If I'm being honest,
Do
that
you think Brett, old man Brett, is a gimmick?
I do. I think that he. If that now that interview was in front of a live crowd. And when he said, Vince and Sean was lovers, that crowd popped. Like the crowd popped for it. So, he's
In this day and age, they pop for any and everything at this point.
true, but I mean, I think Brett was playing to the crowd. So I think that, again, he's working a gimmick. He's being, you know, he's staying relevant as a WWE legend. Where, a lot of these other old timers, struggle to do so. You know what I mean?
I guess. I guess. Old man. Oh God. Old man Brett. Old man Brett being the gimmick.
Old man Brett, yeah. Um, and last bit of news, John Cena and WWE is being sued over the rights to John Cena's theme music, My Time Is Now. The do 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 do. Apparently, that was a sample of another song, that was recorded a long time ago, and the heir apparent to that artist is suing WWE and John Cena, because it's a copyright in.
Now?
Yep,
Of all time?
the last time. The last time is now. I mean, it's
What?
literally their Hail Mary. He's retiring and never using that theme again in literally what,
You wait
a week?
23 years later to fucking do that? That song went platinum, and you be telling you,
They never heard the
oh
song.
my, what? You gotta be shitting me.
Yeah, 20
Wow.
years later, and they are suing WWE and John Cena over copyright
Over the
infringement
song.
over the do 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 do.
20 years later, he's like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. So wait a minute. I guess I'm lost there because that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I mean,
I
like,
mean,
mhm.
it's, and as a person who's a music enthusiast, when Blurred Lines came out and it sounded like Marvin Gaye, they didn't wait 20 years to be like, hey, that shit sounds like Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye estate didn't wait 20 years. They were like, oh no, give me my money now.
I mean that's Marvin Gaye.
No, it's the Marvin Gaye estate. But my point is that you mean to tell me you didn't hear this song in 20? Was he in a coma for 20 years? What the fuck? Sir, I'm gonna need an explanation.
Okay,
What?
so
No, no, no. I'm talking about the court. I mean, I'm gonna need one. The court gonna need one. We need this because that don't even make no damn sense.
so okay, just to kind of give some context,
Oh,
if you've
I no 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 no. I understand it, but I need it from his mouth. No, no, no. I need it from him. No.
well, well, maybe I could could provide that to you. So the person that made the song with John Cena, um,
The trademark.
yeah, he did an interview in 2017, and he said that um, that the sampling of the do 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 was actually from that song. So the people, the estate, got wind of it and they sued WWE at the time, which they actually did win. And they got a sizable amount out of WWE. And WWE was still allowed to use the theme because it was 2017, so John Cena was still technically there. Uh, Now they're saying that there that song was featured in like commercials that were not WWE um official WWE official commercials. They were in other commercials, I think for Toyota or something. And they said that that wasn't originally a part of the deal, and that they lost in revenue because they used their their copyright, and now they're suing WWE and John Cena again for more money because they licensed the music. I think that's how it went. Uh,
Oh my god, that sounds like a loophole shit. That sounds like some loophole shit. If you ask me, my head is hurting just listening to that.
yeah. It just sounds like they're being super greedy, if I'm being honest.
I mean, you wait till a week before you retire to pull that out of your ass. You damn right. Like, sir, where was this? Okay, okay. If they say so, it's just saxophone in my head.
Oh, next week on well, actually, no, today, later, is it later today? Yeah, I think it's later today. NXT, Dateline. Deadline, whatever it is.
Deadline.
Yeah, Dateline with Stephen Korn or whatever his name is.
Jesus.
I,
David Muir? Like, what?
David Muir, thank you, David Muir, Bob Costas.
These guys.
I don't watch Dateline. Um,
Yeah, obviously, clearly.
clearly, it's later today.
Lester Holt, like, Jesus Christ.
Walter Cronkite
Walter Cook.
and Barbara Walters.
Who's Barbara Walters?
Um,
Yes.
the Orange Survivor matches will be taking place later today, men's and women's. Not gonna do a full review of the show. Just too much on the agenda this on this episode. But I would just like to say, like, who do you got for the on Survivor matches, men's and women?
And so the Iron Survivor Women's is Sol Ruka, uh, Kalani.
Yeah, Solruka, Kalani, Lola, Jordan Grace, and Kendall Gray.
Oh my God. It's either Kalani or Jordan.
Why would you say Kalani?
Well, because Kalani just lost the TNA title, and she doesn't have a reason to get to the title unless she wins Iron Survivor.
I mean, also Kalani is a heel right now, so you would have it would be JC versus Kalani.
Who cares? I'm not me. That's why I think it would be. I mean, it's a good lat for Kalani, unless Kalani is planning on getting a rematch for the TNA title. Or I would think Jordan, because he's been so close yet so far that it makes no sense. So this would be her get over the hump moment.
Well, so
Lola. I know you want Lola. Come on, bro. We know what you.
is it that obvious?
Yeah. Written all over your face.
Well, I mean, I would say, and I'm not just saying this because I'm partial. Uh, Lola makes more sense than Kalani, in my opinion, because she actually has beef with JC, and she was actually going for the title, and she had been screwed more than a couple of times, um, before, JC dropped the title. So
Mhm.
it would make sense for Lola to kind of get that comeuppance finally and have, a fair match against JC. Soul, I don't see her winning because she's having her issues with Zarya, and I think Soul has to kind of fall a bit more before you start to build her back up. Kalani, no. Kendall, no. The only other one is that I actually agree with you on is Jordan Grace. I would I really wouldn't want to put the title on Jordan Grace. I would say it would be cold and it would just be obli obli just obligatory.
Obligatory.
Yeah, for them just to put it on her because they want to keep her happy because she is a TNA call up. But yeah, Lola or Jordan would make the most sense. But it's weird because like JC just won the title back. Are they really going to make her drop it again to somebody else at New Year's Evil? You know what I mean?
Well, that means Jordan. I mean, JC could. I mean, that's a possibility. they had no problem putting that title on her and having her drop it to Tatum.
Yeah, but I mean, she lost after, months as champion.
Yeah, but it was to build that story of Izzy.
Yeah, but I mean, she just got it back. So you're gonna let her drop it 2 months after winning it back?
What I would think, I'm trying to think, the Iron Survivor. I'm trying to think the last Iron Survivor to win the title.
It was Julia.
Yeah, what is Julia?
Hmm.
So I mean, you're gonna have someone go through the gauntlet of winning the thing without to finally not get it, because the whole point of it is like a stepping stone to to be the next person in NXT.
Right. I I'm gonna go with Lola or Jordan. I think those are the two best bets. Your Kalani and Jordan. So we shall see. All right. The men's side, we got Joe Henry, Javon Evans, Miles Bourne, the guy from Dark State, and the guy from TNA. I can't remember. What can I remember his
Leon
name?
Slater.
Leon Slater. Thank you. So who wins that one?
It's JVon.
Think it's gonna be JVO?
It has to be JVon. It has to be or Javon. It has to be Javon. Because I don't see Joe. I see Joe. I see this as a tune up for Joe because I don't think Joe's going to have the title. And yes, Joe Hendry. So even my son knows Joe Hendry. Anyways,
Does he
uh,
believe?
do you believe in Joe Hendry? He said, yeah. There you go.
There you go.
And but I mean, but I don't see him. I see him being like a hot shot to the main roster, and they're just trying to get him in ring shape and shape to get him like and to be honest, he's looking in shape. So they're trying to get him up to the main roster. And I would think this would be a way for Javon to win it. Because here's my thing. My guess would be my ultimate guess would be is Javon wins it from Oba because the crowd was so hot for him to win it from Oba.
I would say that
My my,
it means significantly less now that,
my problem is it's too late.
yeah.
Exactly. That would be the biggest problem is that and now it's too late. As the kids say, you a little bit late.
I'd say a lot late.
Hella late.
And I mean, you could do Javon versus Ricky, but then you run the risk of the crowd turning on Ricky because I feel like the crowd would definitely go with Javion way before they go with Ricky. I mean, yeah, the crowd has good faith with Ricky right now, but Javon has been there for, a lot longer than, Ricky, and they're gonna want to see him win. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like he's the it's kind of like he's in that Sami Zayn role.
Right. And I mean, you could get away with it with, doing it with Oba because Oba is a bit of a tweener. So, the people that like him will like him and the people that don't aren't. But, he doesn't pander one way or the other. But Ricky is a bona fide babyface. So, he has to have the crowd support.
Yeah. So it's good to know that we're on the same page. It's got to be Javon.
So, what about a second pick?
Second pick, I'll go with Joe just for the hell of it because I don't see any of the other two winning.
You know, this sounds maybe like a hot take, a bit controversial,
You're
but
thinking Dark State.
my first pick for this is gonna be the guy from Dark State.
I knew it.
For some reason, Shawn Michaels has a boner for these guys, which obviously just plays more into the Vince McMahon thing that we've been talking about. And he's like dead set on getting them over, and like nobody like fucking gives a shit about these guys, and like they're always in the mix. So they took down the Hardys. They're in there, every single week. They had their issues with Ricky, so it would make sense if you want to promote them, give one of them a title match and give Ricky, a dragon to slay, so to speak, that the crowd will be behind Ricky and not anybody else. He's a safe bet. And the second one, I would say, would be Miles Bourne, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Yeah, and I tell you why. He's definitely not ready to be world champion, but giving him the Orange Survivor title will definitely boost him and give him, a reason to be there. And then, when he loses to Ricky, at least you got, he has adversity to, overcome, going forward.
I guess. So we're basically the opposites at this point.
And literally nobody picked Leon Slater.
I mean, why would we?
Bitch, he don't go here.
You don't even go here exactly. Glad to know we're all understanding the assignment. There we go.
Alright, and that will conclude our coverage of the news.
So, Rogue Energy, the only gaming drink company in the world with 4 unique product lines to suit your task at hand, whether it be juices, shakes, smoothies, and everything else in between. Their low calorie, no sugar energy formula is the perfect alternative to sugar filled canned energy drinks and sodas. Their extreme formula provides the most energy, focus, and sports performance possible. Their hydration line offers focus, ingredients without the added caffeine. Drink it anytime you're thirsty. And their shake formula is so delicious. Who doesn't love a cookies and cream, 0-calorie energy milkshake? First and foremost, they've designed every Rogue product line with performance and effectiveness in mind. It is critical that you look at the nutrition panels of drinks when comparing options. There are countless off brands out there that are presenting low quality, poorly dosed formulas that amount to expensive caffeine water. Every formula they produce is designed with optimal levels of high quality ingredients. Additionally, you won't find a powdered gaming drink brand that dissolves better. No need to have chalky textures in your drink. Their taste profiles are unmatched, specifically designed for gamers, athletes, students, entrepreneurs, people with hectic schedules, individuals with low energy, podcasters who can't shut up, people who are health conscious, and so much more. Great as both a pre-workout and as a coffee energy drink replacement. Specifically designed every Rogue product line to be the best gaming drink on the planet. Rogue Energy, more focus, more wins.
Use promo code WRESTLINGWITHE for 10% off your next purchase. And we are wrestling with WWE Survivor Series. It took place last week in San Diego, California, Petco Park. 46,016 individuals in the arena. It was literally the largest Survivor Series ever. Um, with maybe literally the smallest card ever. But I mean, we'll talk about that. What what about your thoughts on the show as a whole, Kaliko?
As the San Diego guy, you know what's funny? Everyone that I was with at the show, that my buddies and everything, we all said the same thing. That show was fun as hell. It seemed short, but it was fun as hell.
There was definitely a lot, yeah, a lot going on.
I mean, oh gosh, my son really wants to. You know what? Give me 1 second, because my kid, he's been dying to try to talk about Survivor Series because he was there too, and he's an
Yeah,
unbiased guy.
let him speak your truth.
Come on then. No, no. Well, we ain't. We'll talk about the chairs later, but but you can. Did you have fun at the show? This is. Yes. We are finally bringing the little guy into the show for the first time.
How John Cena lost. That was the easiest win for him ever.
We're talking about the show as a whole. We'll get to match by match in a segment. But did you enjoy what did you think of the show, the atmosphere, the whole thing?
It was fun. The tacos were good.
All right, well, if we're going
For those that don't know, Petco Park has it's a little special little food court up on the second level where they do like a gang of local tacos, and but clearly he can say he had fun at the show. To me, everyone that I was around thought the show was fun. Now, I don't know how that comes across on TV. Now, the ending may have been confusing as shit, and everyone was really confused with the ending. As far as like how the match ended. But we weren't confused about what was happening after, right? But then again, there was a brawl for all for chairs, and we're not going to go there. But other than that aspect, I think the show as a whole was more on the fun side. I thought it was a good time, even for a 4-match card.
So, I mean, for anybody listening, keep in mind there is going to be some biased here because we was actually at the show. Both of us.
Sir, it was biased when it was announced for San Diego. Now, am I going to give every match in this card a 5-star? No, that ain't going to happen. However, I'm already let you know the show overall 2 thumbs up for me. Fuck me.
Well, as a non-San Diego native, but just a resident of SoCal, I mean, getting up there was a bitch, but that's a
I told
whole
you to
other
take the
story.
train. I told you to take the train, your ass.
Yes, you did. Yes, we know.
No, my son wanted to take the train, and we didn't. And we ended up at a hotel, which actually was better because we were able to sit and just walk across the stadium with 10 minutes left before the show started.
And Dad, we barely even drove. We basically walked. Because we walked to Pickle Park, we walked to the convention. Like,
That's the best part about being at a show, sir. When you can just walk everywhere.
Then why are we driving? Then why did we take the car if we could take the train?
Because we have to drive you back to school on Monday.
I could just take the train and then you could.
Either way, I still would have to drive. Ding. Either way, I had to drive.
But at the train station, it would have been faster.
it would have been faster if you would have gotten on the train and ventured out 2
Do you think
hours.
I'm carrying? Do you think I'm carrying 3 belts, 2 chairs, and all our personal belongings on the train?
when you're
Yeah,
literally
exactly.
when you're literally right there
I'm literally right here,
in
sir.
walking
Like
distance.
walking distance.
So
Now,
back to my point.
the original point.
Yeah, it was actually, just being in Petco Park was actually a really fun environment to be in. Everybody
Yeah.
was very cordial, polite, nice, easy to get to the seats, easy, to get into the actual venue. Um, the environment itself was just, really great. Haven't been in an outdoor arena for pro wrestling for a really long time, since I believe WrestleMania 31. So, new, interesting environment, and I couldn't have liked it more. The show of itself, I mean, it was good. Like, unfortunately, a lot of the World Games matches are kind of copy and paste at this point. Uh, but everything else was, pretty pretty on par, pretty good. I would have liked at least one more match, but other than that, I don't have any major complaints.
I mean, fun fact: I walked the stage there, so when I say there's a bias, yeah, I walked that, I walked that actual. I graduated at Petco Park, so that's why I'm used to it. I walked the grounds at Petco Park because I graduated from Petco Park, so it's nothing new to me. But I'm glad everybody got to get to see what I got to see, which was dope. But
Yeah, and honestly, I'd love to actually. Uh, uh, Biggest compliment I could give an arena. I would love to go back.
oh yeah, man, they had the survey. I already told them, bro, if they don't bring their black asses back, they don't bring their funky asses back, we gonna have problems.
Well, let's get into it. Uh, Team Rhea Ripley, consisting of AJ Lee, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley, defeated the Team Asuka, Becky Lynch, Last Legend, Nia Jax, and the Kabuki Warriors, Kabuki yes, baby, Asuka and Kairi Sane, in 41 minutes and 10 seconds. Very much not what we had predicted. AJ Lee got the black, not the Black Widow. She put Becky Lynch in her submission.
That
And
is it, the Black Widow.
yeah, Black Widow. There you go. Made her tapped out. Obviously, not what we had originally expected the match to be, but um, like I said, no real big complaints. Becky stole the show with her you know, crazy facial expressions. It was cool to see Becky and Charlotte, beefing again. Um, uh, Io, I should say, did a crazy, trash can bump that she's kind of known for doing in these matches. And then obviously AJ Lee got the W. Um, like I said, it's not necessarily, you know, the most memorable War Games match ever of all time, but I think that for what it was a fun match. What say you?
I mean, it was there to set up the AJ Becky thing. It also set up the after of the tag. You know what's funny? I've never seen a War Games where the setup afterwards was for the tag titles,
Right.
which is interesting. Which is good. I mean, that's great because that means they're trying to put emphasis on the women's tag team because now they're beefing. Now that as everything's over, everybody's trying to get back to where they originally are. Becky and AJ, of course, are going to be they're going to be gearing towards a feud from Rumble to Mania, and then you got the girls in the tag, and don't be surprised if Nia and Lash jump in that mix.
I think that may be your WrestleMania women's tag title match. Rhea and Io, Bliss and Flair, Asuka and Kairi, Lash and Nia.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if let's say Rhea and Io wrestle them at Rumble, that's one. Then you have Chamber, Bliss and Charlotte have their rematch against Asuka and Kairi. Um, and then let's just say that it just ends in a smars, and it will build up to a WrestleMania match.
Right. Right.
Have enough
And
time
I
to
agree.
build it up.
I agree with that.
Mhm.
What do you think, CJ? What did you think of the match? The women's War Games match.
Like, but when Io Sky is doing her torpedo, whatever it's called, don't hold on to each other. Because if one person goes down, everyone else comes down. It's true.
It is true.
That's what happens.
That's what happens. Yeah. See, now you get like the innocence version of what happened at Survivor at War Games. So, what did you think of that? Well, wait a minute. We're not there at the ratings yet, but we'll get there.
I mean,
Um,
if you want to do ratings, we can.
I mean, we got no choice but to do that. But he would. Wait a minute. I don't need him to know who Dave Meltzer is.
Good man.
But you know what? It's okay. We will play another round of Guess That Rating. All right. So me personally, I kind of figured the match wasn't gonna be like uberly crazy, right? It served the purpose for what it was. I thought it was a great starter because San Diego was just, but I don't know, that crowd was hot for that. I don't know. I think they're just hot because it was finally a PLE in San Diego.
Fucking bananas.
Fucking bananas. And so I thought it was a 3 match, personally.
3 stars?
3 stars. How many stars, CJ, out of 5?
For what match?
The women's match. The women's War Games match.
3.
3? See, he said 3 too.
I will give this a 3, but because I was there, I'm gonna give it the I was there boost of 3.5.
Oh, the half star boost. All right.
The half-star boost.
All right. Now you get to guess it. Good old Dave.
I'm gonna say that you're vibing with Uncle Dave and say 3 stars.
Lower.
2 7/5.
2 7/5.
Okay.
That bitch. I told you he wasn't there, so he didn't get a sense of the vibe of San Diego.
And I mean, he could have been there. It's literally Well, it's not up the street, but it's down the road from where he is.
I know he could have been there. Fucking lazy ass. Anyway,
Yeah. All right. Second match. Singles match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Dirty Dominic Mysterio defeated John Cena in 16 minutes and 40 seconds. This was actually a lot of fun, and it went all over the place. It played with your emotions. You kind of went from the highest of highs to even higher and higher and higher. I'll admit, obviously I'm not a big John Cena guy, but it was John Cena's second to last match. I decided to give the guy his flowers. So I was going with Dirty Dom, but I was cheering for John Cena as well. Uh, Obviously Dom got that nasty bump early on in the match that it seemed like he was gonna get like the match was gonna get drawn out. Obviously it was, a hoax. Um and it continued just being a fun, interesting match the whole long way. And then obviously Liv Morgan coming back with that weak ass punch to Dom. Obviously she didn't want to hurt him. And then obviously the kick to the groin to John Cena. Honestly, just absolute cinema in my opinion. What say you, Kaliko?
I mean, Liv played the Harley Quinn role perfect there. Could have been better way to do it. Um, I thought this match was really, really fun. It literally felt like it took Voltron to beat Super Cena, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm talking Raquel and Roxanne came out and jumped on Cena, beat him up. Then Finn and JD came out to beat up Cena, and then the final head came out and finally got him over the hump, right?
Right.
So overall, it did what it was supposed to. It got Dominic over. Cena losing. I mean, he's losing at this point. It's not gonna hurt him. His legacy's already set. Teflon at this point. Although I think someone who he was pissed. He might have a rant. And this is coming from the innocence of a kid who saw John Cena, his hero, lose. Not just that.
Easy win. No wonder they call him Dirty Dom.
That's why he was Dirty Dom. So that's it. That's all.
No, I saw this sign that says "Cheat, win, be Mexican, repeat."
That was Dirty Dom.
Yes.
That was his MO.
Yes.
But all in all, honestly, I thought the match was just super fun. It had its elements of the pure wrestling. It had its elements of interference. And for Dom to try to pull what happened to Penta and actually hoaxed it was fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
He pulled all his tricks out the bag. The boot, he pulled the boot out. He pulled the I messed my shoulder up. Then all his homies came out. His homies finally came, but then the ultimate the ultimate homie came though. So that's all that matters. Homie number one. And to have him like walk out there, it almost looked like two trailer trash couples walking out together after they beat up the dude that was trying to break up the fight that they got in. But but somehow it all made sense. You're still sad about it. My kid, this dude is sad. Like the 9-year-olds, like him, were super pissed.
That should have been an easy win for Cena.
Oh well, if you think that's bad, wait till he fights Gunther. Anyway, Gunther about to put a boot in that ass.
I think we need
But
Gunther
CJ.
letting them win.
he's about to be future Endeavor. That's what he's about to be.
I think we need a live CJ reaction when Gunther and Cena takes place.
That might actually be on the docket. Got to record you. Yeah, man, I don't know, because that dude, he crashed out when Cena lost to Cody. And then he crashed out when Cena lost to Dominic. And then he crashed out when Cena lost to Lesnar. I don't know how much crash outs he got.
I don't know how many crash outs I got. I think I used all 9 lives.
I mean, but yeah,
All 9 lives.
all 9 lives, all 9 crash outs.
You only get 9 crash outs.
Yeah.
I used 3 or 4.
Shit, like half the year. Anyways, let's get.
What is CJ's star rating of the match?
Yeah, what do you think of the match out of 1 to 5? 1 to 5 stars.
0.
What?
Is that a thing?
It is now. Shit. 0 stars? Jesus Christ. 0?
The honesty
I thought
of a 9-year-old.
I know.
You thought a 4?
It's
You thought
just
a 0.
because
That would have been an easy win for John Cena. Because John Cena's more experienced.
that is true. And even then,
He's just letting Dom win at this point.
he didn't let him. I
It
mean,
is so not true.
okay.
Like he destroyed his whole crew, and then he lost.
Except the one. He didn't destroy the one. See? And that's the one he should have been looking out for.
Oh my gosh!
0 star. Wow, harsh crowd right here.
Harsh crowd.
I thought it was a 4. I thought that was a 4-star match. It was a great, entertaining match.
It was not entertaining. That should have been an easy win for Cena. He could have kept the belt, won against Gunther, retired with belt.
If I'm gonna let you know right now,
Mm.
there's no way in hell he's beating Gunther.
Wow.
We'll get offline about that, but I'm gonna let you know.
I actually agree with you.
Well, it's not the same chances of Lesnar versus Cena, okay?
Shit, that you thought Lesnar.
Yeah.
Lesnar tore his ass up, and you think Gunther? Okay, all right, offline. Me and you.
Which one?
Which one?
Who's better, Lesnar or Gunther?
You mean who's more liable to kick his ass?
Yeah.
Both.
I mean, technically,
Lesnar will.
It's the one or the other question.
Well, Lesnar will eat his ass for breakfast and shit him out.
So
So
Gunther cannot do that?
Back to the star ratings.
I will give this. I feel like this was a 4-star match, but the I was there bump gives it a 4.5.
See, now you're gonna make me bump up my shit, right?
Hey, I was into what I was watching.
I know. I've told you these matches were interesting.
Now we got the Women's World Championship match. Stephanie Vacour defeating Nikki Bella in 12 minutes and 20 seconds. You know, everything was great about, this PLE. Obviously the environment, 46,000 people in an arena that only holds 39,000. This was all, fantastic, and I can't help but feel that Stephanie got
This match was not the best. Yes.
Stephanie got done dirty. I mean, she didn't. Nikki didn't even take, the devil's kiss properly from her. So I mean, she didn't even get to do her move, and people. I mean, the match itself was as good
Okay.
as Nikki was going to do, but considering how many bangers Stephanie had this year, I feel like it was just a disservice to her. What say you?
Well, first of all, they had the balls to say Nikki Bella's hometown. And I'm looking at them like, and everybody was like, yeah, her hometown of Scottsdale, Arizona. Because they bill her from Scottsdale. But to be quite honest, she's from El Centro, which is roughly
where my cousin is.
Yeah, where your cousin is. About 2 hours east. So it was weird them trying to connect a hometown flavoring to someone who really isn't
Not in
there.
San Diego.
Like, you don't even go here type shit. But yes, I mean,
Rey Mysterio's a way better fit for San Diego.
I mean, he's from San Diego. Let's not interrupt the podcast. Anyways,
technically
we got
he's originally from Tijuana, but that's
yeah, he's from TJ, but he's basically San Diego's adopted. Dominic's more San Diego than Rey Mysterio.
I agree with that.
That's
Yeah, why was the Survivor Series Padre say cannot colored mask Rey Mysterio and not Dominic Mysterio?
because Dominic doesn't have a mask.
Yes, he does.
He has a mask, but he doesn't wear it.
He wears it like 2% of the time.
That's not enough. Anyways, back to the match at hand, which is Stephanie McCurry versus Nikki Bella. I will say, of all the matches, this was probably the most lackluster. And it's not because of Vicor, because we've seen Vicor have banger matches with everyone else. And I think it's just more of someone in their prime dealing with someone who's really, even though she's been back, she hasn't been wrestling like that. And it's not like she was an excellent wrestler to begin with.
That's what I was going to say.
So it was just, it was just kind of like a thing. But hell, it's a 5 in my book just because Stephanie was breathing in my same air. But yeah, I mean, but overall, all jokes aside, I thought I was kind of afraid they would have pulled the trigger on Nikki because of the heel turn and they need to justify it, which is crazy to see that Stephanie won. But it was actually probably for the better because I think a Stephanie Liv match is way better than a Nikki Liv match. Although they could still run that. They still could run that. So
first and foremost, I did not think that they were going to give Nikki the title. Low-key, there could have been like a riot in that place if Nikki would have won.
San Diego don't run like that. They ain't about that life.
Until Stephanie loses, then that would have been a whole other thing. But I think that, it was just a match. It was to give Nikki a payday, and it was to get, Stephanie on the card. And not much more. And we're talking about an individual, Nikki. who wasn't that good of a wrestler in her prime. You know, going up against maybe the best pure wrestler of, you know, this generation. So, I mean, it was as lopsided as it was going to be anyway. Uh,
Right.
that being said, I would
Mm.
say that this was maybe more of a 2.5 match, but considering Stephanie was in it, I'm gonna give it a 4.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Stephanie breathing the same air as me is gonna get a 4.
Yeah, right. So Stephanie being in the match, being there, bump, yeah, 4.
Met her and I didn't catch a felony. 5. Anyway. All right.
Actually, wait. We did not do Dave Meltzer's uh rating for the last 2 matches, so we're gonna have
Yep.
to do.
Let's get it.
Dom and John.
Dom and John.
I already.
We know you said 0. Lower.
3.
Higher.
3.25. Fuck me.
3.25. That boy gave it the quota.
Damn it! I was going with 3.25, and then
I mean,
yeah. All right.
at least he gave it a little higher, I guess.
Stephanie and Nikki. 2 7/5.
Lower.
2.25.
Lower.
1 7/5.
1.25.
Damn. No love for Nikki.
No love for Nikki. No snuggie for Nikki.
All right. That brings us to the men's War Games match. The Vision, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar defeated CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and Roman Reigns in 40 minutes and 10 seconds. You know, it's really funny that the women's match went roughly a minute more than this match. But I mean, Brock Lesnar wasn't going to have a 50-minute match. He was going to have, he was in there, what, 5 minutes? He usually does 5-minute matches. He was in there for maybe 7 or 8 minutes. So,
He's there for a good time, not a long time.
Exactly. So, yeah, I thought it was an okay match. I thought it was good. The moment where Cody hit Punk, that was crazy. That was like a jaw-dropping moment. I'm sorry, but the Jey Uso run back the entrance was really stupid. I mean,
It was so goofy.
I mean, I did it. Of course I did it, but
I know. You know what's funny? I was dancing with it, and I'm like, that's why your ass keep getting whooped now. You play too fucking much. You play too fucking much. As I'm eating with him, I'm yelling, you play too fucking much.
Jimmy was in there for literally no fucking reason. Logan Paul was there. It was cool to see Drew and Punk running back a bit. And it's a good time to see Brock Lesnar fuck people up any day of the week. Roman was there.
He's another one. Good time, not a long time.
Yeah. So, I mean, it had all the elements that it needed, but I still don't think that it was all that memorable anyway. It was just, it was what it needed to be in the moment. And if I'm being honest, the ending definitely killed it. You know, it seemed like everybody was into everything that was being done. And then whoever, Autin Theory.
Their asses in, yeah.
Yeah, Autin Theory came in, did the curb stomp, Braun pinned Punk. And it was kind of, honestly, just like a wet fart, honestly. Like
Exactly.
it was like
Because we were expecting we were expecting the mask to come off.
it just was so like dead after
Random.
that. Like they literally sucked all the air out of the room with that one spot. So that definitely took away, and that's how they ended the show. So I mean, there was no really high moments to kind of get behind afterwards. So it
Well,
kind of
the high moment was when Jay ran it back and they were all in there dancing like the Peanuts gang, and then Brock came. We didn't even get a countdown. You just heard Brock's music,
right.
and it was like, "Oh shit, this thing." And that's what and the moment that music hit, I was like, "Y'all play too much. Y'all about to get y'all ass beat now." And sure enough, Leo Punk's sitting up there playing the chair like a guitar and shit. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, they about to get their ass worked. They about to get work."
And they did.
But he did. But I will say Bronson looked hella strong in this match. Bro, someone who kind of was considered a lackey, he looked solid. Uh, Drew is just Drew. He's just awesome. Dude is awesome. Even Logan looked good.
You know,
Um,
Loki Logan is pretty damn good because he literally whatever you give him, he will try and do the best he can with it.
I mean, he had Drew in there with him, so it kind of helped him. I think that helped him ease and become a little bit more comfortable. Because ally, I'm an ally.
Right.
And of course, the brass knuckle spot. Um, hell, Bronson. The one thing that I just remember vividly was Bronson coming in and tsunamiing everyone,
Oh yeah.
and Brock just coming in there and just flipping everybody on their head like it's nobody's business.
Like only Brock Lesnar does.
In those two moments, and I'm like, man, Bronson, like the fact he stole the show with it, right? That's really good, and especially because during last year he tore his he broke his ankle.
Yeah. He shattered his
So
ankle.
yeah, shattered the shit. So to come
Completely
back and
missed
have that sort of
WrestleMania.
yeah, so to have that kind of a performance, I mean, fucking awesome. Yes, sir.
That's a bit of disqualification, man.
What it's
Cause he left the cage.
Brock did leave the cage. Now that's where I lost
Yes.
on this shit. Brock hopped his ass right out the cage. Like, wait a minute, sir. That's a forfeit. That's where WWE gets me, bro. I'm like, wait a minute. Don't these rules matter?
Clearly they don't.
Girls literally stayed in the cage, and Brock Lesnar's like, fuck it, I'm gonna hop out this bitch. So technically, see, my son, at least he knows the rules. Hey.
Like that's an automatic forfeit. But I get it for Roman Reigns because he's just coming in.
Yeah, Brock was the one that walked out. Yeah.
I
Like,
mean, he's not wrong.
and then they fought more outside the ring than inside.
They did fight more outside. Roman and Brock fought more outside the ring than they did inside the ring. You were correct.
And I'm like, that's automatic forfeit.
Like we said, man, they did, both Brock and Roman were on the same page. Good time, not long time.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, it basically was because Brock did it. There is no rules for Brock Lesnar. That's literally it.
I mean, Brock does what he want to do.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact: this was Brock Lesnar's first tag team match in 21 years.
I know, ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, he's he's not a tag team guy. Um,
He does more of like solo matches.
I mean, his tag team partner is now in AEW hurting people. So, I mean,
He was in tag team partners with Bobby Lashley.
Sheldon Benjamin.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
So, yeah, he's in AEW hurting people. But, yeah, I mean, all things considered, like you said, the match was good. Everything was great and going. Everyone was good for it until the end. And I don't know if they did that deliberately to suck the air out to get people to focus on what's going on after the match, but it sure as hell sucked the air out that bitch, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And then of course, you get Roman dapping up everybody except Cody, which lets you know he's coming for the title.
Mm-hmm.
So what Heyman said earlier was correct, that the Survivor Series was essentially the start of the road to WrestleMania.
Which we kind of already knew.
Yeah, which was what we knew.
How many stars do you give this one?
See, I was gonna say
I'm saying like 4.
I give it that I was there bump, which would make it a 5, and I'm just gonna be like, fuck it, 5.
4. I'll give it a bump.
Because the best thing that happened was when the Peanuts gallery was out there dancing, and then Brock's music hit, and everybody was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
It was. I don't know if anybody ever seen the movie Friday, but in the movie Friday, there's a part where Debo coming, and that was the Debo coming moment. Or like in The Wire when it was like Omar coming, and that was the Omar coming moment.
I'm doing like 4, but I want to bump it up, but I don't know if I should do it to a half or quarter.
I mean, it's up to you. What did you think was?
It was fun though.
It was fun.
Well, I would say that this was maybe a 3.5. And I would give it the I was there bump to 4. So me and CJ are vibing.
There you go.
4.15.
4.1. No one gives 1/5 of a star, sir. What the hell?
1.5.
It's possible though.
4.1. Okay.
I mean,
If you can give it 4, you can give it 4.1. Sure. 4.1. There you
We will accept this answer.
For funniness, and then I need to add I was there.
go.
4.2 then.
There you go. 4.2 because you were there.
4.2.
4.2.
It was funny. I was like, gee, and then it's like, dun.
Yeah, when that music hit, it just hit a whole different mood.
I was like,
It was a whole different mood.
this was it's like Brock Lesnar's music. It was like, dun, 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 dun.
It was like, oh shit. Anyway, fun fact: Lana was 3 rows behind us.
Huh. And even funner fact, she actually paid for her seat.
She actually paid for the seat. Ain't
Yeah.
that some shit? Like, ain't that a bitch? I'm like, how you pay for some seats for a show your baby wasn't even there at? But anyways, that's neither.
Why was she there if Rusev wasn't there?
She was there for the. She was there at the Cena match. She was there for. She left right when War Games started, the men's. So she was there for like the women's War Games, Cena, Fakur.
Interesting. Okay. Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave.
3.25.
Higher.
3.5.
Higher.
What about my what about my guess?
He's guessing.
I mean,
I
he can
guess
take a guess.
4.2. I guess 4.2.
You want to take a guess?
Yeah,
Your guess is what?
the one that I said, 4.2.
So you think he gave it 4.2? And your final guess is what, sir?
I will give. What was I? I was at 4
Re-
and let's go with 4.
Well, CJ was right because he gave it a 4.25.
I said 4.2.
Well, 4.25, 4.25.
Oh, I was the closest.
You were the closest without going over. The price is right, sir.
There you go.
We have you as a special guest because you are the fan who is not marked out yet.
Whatever that means.
You'll get to know that term a lot when you get older. Anyways, and you have a unbiased opinion of the show.
But you're 10.
Okay. Let's not try to strangle this kid. Anyways, continuing on.
I feel like he's a slightly biased because he really was biased against Dom and he was pro John Cena, but that's his biased opinion.
Yeah, that was his bias. Yeah, he was hella biased for Cena.
All right. You already said it. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
I give it a thumbs up as well. And I believe CJ said that he gave it a thumbs up as well. No?
Thumbs up for Survivor Series?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
There you go.
I mean, I think
it was short, though. It was absolutely short.
Short. That show was from 4 to, I feel like 3 hours?
Yeah.
About 3 hours.
3, yeah.
It flew. Not 3 hours, it flew. Because trust me, I've been AEW 3 hours, don't fly that fast.
This is very true.
That shit don't fly at all. I don't know what the... that 3 hours of WWE came quick. I was like, oh shit, it's over. Seriously.
And I don't know where Roman Reigns, Ula Fala. Like, where is it?
He had it on, sir.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He didn't wear it.
He wore it.
No, he didn't.
Okay. We'll run the tape. We'll run the Chronicle tape, and then we'll see.
Let's run the tape.
We're running the tape.
After the podcast.
Right.
I want to prove to everyone.
We'll prove it after the fact. We'll prove it after the fact, sir. We're taping right now.
All right. That will conclude our coverage of WWE Survivor Series in this episode as a whole. Thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, but on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us next Tuesday and Wednesday as we interview Angel Blake on Tuesday and Marcelo Frago on Wednesday. Join us every Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews and follow the show at Wrestling with E, but on Extra and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Where can we find Kaliko?
Oh man, I'm Kaliko and the Kaliko Chronicles on YouTube. We already started uploading the Survivor Series the Survivor Series work, which has been fun. I actually got funny footage of CJ meeting Jay and just freezing, which will be on there. Bet your asses.
No.
So be on the lookout for all of those goodies.
Don't get me started with Money in the Bank. Logan Paul.
Hey man, you pros. Oh, I should put that one on there. The Logan, you good. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what you put it on there.
Logan, you good. You good, Doctor? Anyways.
For Kaliko Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Logan, you good? You good?
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.